Let's examine how highlighting changes in Excel documents can be a convenient tool for coordination of documentation and information among people. First, Excel workbooks can come in a couple of different forms. They either are made on their own as standalone files, or they could be exports from other applications. The whole idea is that a document is created and then you may make some changes to it. You send that out for update or for review. Users make changes or tell you what changes they'd like made by you. They give that back to you, you incorporate it into the original, and then the cycle repeats itself, perhaps weekly or monthly. It would be convenient to find easy ways to filter and upload that information to other applications. And we can do that with conditional formatting and filtering. Let's use this method. We're going to create a duplicate sheet and hide the original. We'll apply conditional formatting on the new sheet that asks questions back to the original about changes. And then that conditionally formatted sheet is what we can send out for document review and changes. The changes will be immediately identified. Here's how we're going to do that. The first step is to create a duplicate of sheet 1. Down at the bottom of the workbook, I'm going to right-click on sheet 1 and select Move or Copy. I choose to make a copy and then I select OK. Do all your work from a copy of the original sheet. Go to cell A1. We want to apply a conditional formatting rule. That rule will say, if the value in cell A1 on this sheet changes from the value on the original sheet 1, I want to change the cell fill color to yellow and then change the font to bold. On the Home tab, select Conditional Formatting and then Create New Rule. I'm going to use a formula to determine if we need to change the cell formatting. Since this is a formula, go to the formula box and enter an equal sign. We do this because all Excel formulas start off with an equal sign. Now, select cell A1 and then type something that means does not equal. In this case, this is the symbols we type. We type the less than, followed immediately by the greater than symbol together. In Excel geek speak, this means does not equal. But does not equal what? Cell A1 on the original sheet 1, right? So let's select sheet 1 at the bottom and then click on cell A1 on the original sheet 1. Let's review the formula. It says, when cell A1 on the current sheet does not equal its sister location, sheet 1, cell A1. That's the original. When that happens, the formula will return a value of true when the two values are not equal. If the values remain equal, the formula will return the value false. When the formula evaluates to true and the values are not equal, we can then set a new cell format. Since we intend to apply this rule to all the cells on the sheet, we need to remove all the cell reference locking characters. Those are the dollar signs. This is tedious because using arrow keys provides undesired results. So click with your mouse and carefully delete the dollar sign by using the delete key. Here's what the formula looks like when we're done. Now we can apply ordinary cell formatting rules. I make the font bold and the background fill color is yellow. That's all there is to it. When cell A1 changes, you can see the cell formatting is in accordance with our rule. I can put it back and the expected formatting returns. Once we confirm the conditional formatting works properly, we can go back to the Home tab and use the Format Painter, the paintbrush, to paint the entire sheet. This is why we removed all the cell locking references. Notice we have a little more format cleanup. We need to change the percent values back to percent and the date values back to readable dates. To change the date format, use the Format Cells option by right-clicking and pick a date format to your liking, like this one. Perform a final test by making a change in a cell or two and then changing it back. Here's an example. We have just a little bit more cleanup to do. Remember, we have to change percents back to number format with percent sign, and then we also need to look at dates. Then we need to clear off the underscores on the column headers and apply some word wrapping to the text, and then we need to adjust all the column widths. Then we can apply some table formatting and we'll be done. Here's what the final product looks like. I like to also change the summary row formatting. So what I do is I filter to summary equals yes. I'm sorry that's not showing on the video here, but I filter on summary equals yes, select OK. Then I just highlight everything there and I change the background color to something, I don't know, maybe a little bluish like that. Maybe this one's a little, no, how about that one? Yeah, that looks good. Now let's just turn the filter off and get everybody back. See how now the summary tasks are a little bit darker blue? That just helps highlight things a little bit better. Now let's just validate that things work the way we want. So let's change the remaining duration here to 4 days. See how it changed? We'll just put that back. And we'll change this nomenclature over here to something good. It changed, so we're good. Last thing to do, we're going to rename this sheet down here at the very bottom. We'll call it status as of Friday. We can then send that out. After we do the very final thing, we're going to hide that sheet so that nobody knows that it's even there. Quite easily done.